All right, let's begin. I'd like to start by saying that we are actually all here today because of me.
Mr. and Mrs. Reed!
I have known Ben since he was a chubby 6 or 7 year old running around on the footy pitch with my brother, working out if he has 2 left feet or should chase butterflies.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's quarter time here at Yoothamurra, Homestead. And what a stunning start to the matchup tonight. In particular from Ben and the new Ashlee Reed, ladies and gentlemen.
Ash was actually my +1 to Ben's 21st.
I had been invited as Ash's +1, and it was an opportunity I jumped at, still secretly crushing on Ben. Ben and I, having had maybe 1, maybe 2 conversations at the time, I drunkenly scoped out Suze, wrapped my arm around her, and I said, "One day, I am gonna marry your son." The epitome of when you know, you know.
So, we all know what happens when Ash sets her mind to something, and here we are today.
All right, enough of that. Let's get stuck into the big fella.
When I first heard about Ben, I only knew the guy from a few stories from mutual friends of him absolutely poleaxing some kids on a footy field.
Born at 50 kilos. This bloke as a toddler won the most beautiful baby award at a shopping centre. I'd be surprised actually if you haven't heard about it. The Reed Show does like to pump himself up a fair bit.
It's getting crazy.
I did get to see the real him though. Big softy who just played a bully on the field.
This is a bloke who always aims to please. He's had some injuries. He's caused a shitload more. But it hasn't stopped him charging forward and making a success of himself.
You truly are one of a kind and a man like no other. He is the man who sees a homeless person outside of a grocery store and checks out not only with his own groceries, but with food for them too. He is the man whose energy radiates positivity and whose smile can light up a room in a heartbeat.
To quote a mate that was at the Bucks party and he's here tonight as well, he said, he's the best bloke I ever met. And he's bloody right. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Reed.
To my beautiful wife. So we live spontaneously, and at times we have seen a lack of stability. However, through all this time, I've definitely felt my home with you.
And you have definitely just stole my lines.
No, my lines are there.
I'm just gonna say, Cal's printed our speech and put me as green and Ben as blue and Ben as colourblind.
Long distance, health scares, mouldy apartments, moving states together. It truly is an honour to have watched you both go from strength to strength as a couple and now as husband and wife.
We love and admire the fire in your belly, Ash. You're a professional at work, but most importantly, you're caring, thoughtful, and very loving at home. It's a trait, Ash, you should be very, very proud of, and while Ben needs a fucking lot of guiding hands, I think it's the reason for your success as a wonderful human being.
However, through all of this, and I wrote this, I have constantly felt at home. As I have found my home in you. Please do not register the fact that I'm going to use my index finger to read the rest of the speech for Ben.
I'd like to welcome everyone here today on this very special occasion, the marriage of Ben and Ash.
Ash, you've just grown into such a beautiful, wonderful person, and Mum and I are just so proud of you, of what you've achieved. When I walked into that room earlier, Ash, and you walked out in your dress, and just seeing the two of you together is really warm bobs in my heart.
Tonight epitomises Ash's approach to life, which is probably the most touching bit. She's the smartest, most family-orientated, hard-working, caring person in the world. Traits and qualities I adore, and both Lenny and I appreciate. You are solely the most important person in the world to me, and as stated in my vows, I promise to love you endlessly. Here's to our forever, and I must say, Ashlee Reid has a good ring to it.
So Ben and Ash, your love for each other has no boundaries. Your passion for each other guarantees a life of happiness. And I'll finish by saying this game, I know you'll win. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, it brings me great delight to now pronounce Ben and Ash husband and wife. Ben, you may kiss your wife.